there's a big question mark when it comes to the impeachment process because the Supreme Court has yet to rule on this pending motion for reconsideration on the impeachment complaint last year. Given that uncertainty, Congresswoman, aling rules po ba ang susundan ng Committee on Justice while we await a decision of the Supreme Court?
You're correct about that, no? But we have to distinguish under what mode ba is this impeachment complaint being filed, no? Let us share to our kababayan, our fellow countrymen. Dalawa po ang modes of filing an impeachment complaint. One is by private individual, sponsored by a House member. And this is the case in the first impeachment complaint against the President. It can also be done by the House member himself, at least for the first mode, yung dalawang yon, no? But for the second mode, ito po yung filed and verified by at least 1/3 of the members of the House. And this is what happened in the impeachment complaint against Vice President, which was declared by the Supreme Court as unconstitutional. However, there is a pending motion for reconsideration of the House of Representatives, which remains unresolved by the Supreme Court. To me, that decision of the Honorable Supreme Court hasn't ripened yet into a jurisprudence because it hasn't reached its finality because of the pendency of the MR. No? Now, I am sharing these two important modes to answer your question, anong gagawin? Halimbawang merong subsequent or second impeachment complaint. It depends. If it will be filed under the first mode, then referral to the Justice Committee is mandatory. Now, if it will be filed under the second mode, similar to the first impeachment complaint, na supported ng 1/3, there lies the problem. Because the question is, what rule are we going to apply? No? If we will be following the decision of, if the House of Representatives, because this is not my call, this is the call of all the members, if the HREP will be following the decision of the Supreme Court, technically we are withdrawing already our motion for reconsideration. No? And we have to understand also, itong notice and hearing requirement really does not appear under the Constitution and under the present rules. Nasama lang to because of the Supreme Court decision. No? Nonetheless, I wish to express my highest regard and respect to the Supreme Court, and we recognize them as the final arbiter of all controversies arising from laws and rules which are being interpreted. No? Now, if we will do the other way, follow the letters of the Constitution, which is my type of lawyer because I am conservative, I stick to the rules. If we will follow the letters of the Constitution, transmit immediately to the Senate, we might be facing another petition.
Exactly.
Another petition questioning the constitutionality of that impeachment complaint, and eventually we might be declared again as unconstitutional. So that is the problem.